Ever wonder what to include or what not to include on your resume? Maybe you're confused with all the opinions out there about what really goes into writing a winning resume. Well, in this video, I'm walking you through 7 things you need to remove from your resume immediately if you want to land more interviews and better job offers. And here's the thing, I've helped hundreds of thousands of job seekers land their dream job with this resume. And I'm going to show you how to do the same thing and where you can grab your very own template and example to help you create your own incredible resume. Hey, I'm Heather, a career strategy expert, and over the years, I've helped hundreds of thousands of professionals build their personal brand so they can land their dream job and grow in a field they love. So if you want that same thing, make sure you tap that subscribe button down below. Now, before we jump into what you should leave off of your resume or remove right away, remember, writing a really good resume depends on your experience, your talents, and the position and or company that you're applying for. Every resume is unique to each person and every company. But what I will say is that almost all resumes should leave these 7 things off. Let's jump into it. The first thing you need to remove from your resume immediately is your street address. So at the top of your resume, you'll place your contact information. This includes your name, your city, and your state. It also includes your phone number, your email address, and even your LinkedIn URL. Now, this does not include your street address. For security reasons, you don't need to include this information on your resume. Remember, identity theft is a big deal, so you need to protect your privacy. Eliminating your street address also cuts down on discriminatory practices. So you're not going to mention your full address, only your city and your state. Now, here's something else to think about when it comes to including your location, because I know this is a question a lot of you will have. If you're applying for a position in a location other than the one you live in, you can actually remove your city and state altogether. If you're applying for a position locally, leave it in there. Now, the next thing you want to leave off your resume is your profile picture. Unless you live outside of North America or the UK, you do not need to put your picture on your resume. In fact, recruiters and hiring managers will find this very unprofessional and tasteless. Not only that, it can lead to unconscious biases about your nationality, your gender, or even your age. Now, the #1 goal for your resume is to get the hiring official to consider you based on your experience and talents and not what you look like. Now, you might be wondering, Heather, but what about my LinkedIn profile? My headshot is included there for everyone to see. Yes, this is true. However, your resume is very formal compared to your LinkedIn profile. With LinkedIn, you're able to show your personality and character a little bit better. And yes, you do still open yourself up to unconscious biases on LinkedIn. However, we've found that candidates who don't include a photo on LinkedIn are much less likely to grow their network and be invited to interviews. Now, if you want to know more about building out an amazing LinkedIn profile, including what type of profile photo should be uploaded, take a look at this video right here. I'll also place a special link for you down below. Now, the third thing to remove from your resume ASAP is an objective statement. Now, an objective statement tells an employer what you want out of a position rather than how you can help them. So rather than an objective statement, I want you to include a powerful career summary. This includes a title, normally the position you're applying for, or something very similar, followed by 3 key skills, and then a paragraph with 3 to 4 sentences that explains how your professional background, your training, and your experience makes you the perfect candidate. Your goal here is to show how you can help the company solve some of their biggest pain points. Now, I have a video for you that goes into even more detail about how to write an over-the-top resume. It's this video right here. Now, I'll place a special link for you down below, and you can watch it as soon as you're done with this one. And hey, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to tap the subscribe button down below. This will help me grow my channel, which will allow me to create even more amazing career content just for you. The next thing to remove from your resume immediately is pronouns. I can't tell you how many times in 1 week I see a resume that includes the words I, me, or we. Now, because your resume is a very formal document, as I mentioned earlier, and because resume writing is a very specific shorthand, you should never include the words I, me, we, she, or even he on your resume. It's implied that everything on your resume is about you you. So rather than I managed a team of 6 engineers, you'll say something like managed a team of 6 engineers. Does that make sense? Now, here's the cool thing. You can include pronouns in your LinkedIn profile. Just drop them from your resume. Now, the next thing to remove from your resume right away is irrelevant work experience. A good rule of thumb is to only include work experience that is 10 to 15 years old. Now, most employers really only care about what you're doing right now or what you've done most recently. So dive into greater detail on your most recent projects and accomplishments. And I do have a resume hack for you. If you have a very noteworthy project that is relevant to the position, or if you've worked for a well-known company, but it was a while back, you can actually include a bullet point about it in your career highlights section at the top of your resume right under your career summary. And hey, in just a second, I'll be sharing where you can grab the same resume template that has helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you find work they love, so stay tuned for that. Now, the next thing to remove from your resume straight away is your hobbies. Remember, your resume is very professional, and recruiters and hiring managers could be sifting through hundreds of resumes a day. They're not going to be too concerned with your interests and hobbies right up front. Their main focus is getting the right candidate in the door for the interview. So if the information on your resume does not demonstrate your qualifications for the role, such as hobbies, you're not going to include it on your resume. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't discuss some of your personal interests as you get further along in the process to help you stand out, like during an interview, but you're not going to mention your love for gardening, skiing, or horseback riding on your resume. The other item to remove from your resume ASAP is your references. Your resume is valuable real estate. The last thing you want to do is include your references or have a statement like references available upon request. No, no, no. It's assumed that if you are searching for a new job, your future employer can ask you for your list of references as part of their background check and verification process. Rather, you're going to have a nice reference sheet that lists your references and then provide it to the employer when they ask. And I promised you a free resume template and example, so go here to grab that right now. You'll be well on your way to landing your next big career opportunity. I'll also place a special link for you down below. And if you want to learn how to write an incredible resume step by step, click or tap the video right here. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.